we flew from Chicago to Berlin. The Victory Column was built in 1873 to celebrate Prussia's victory in the Franco-German War. On top is a statue of the Roman goddess of war, Victoria.
The Reichstag building was built in the late 1800s for the German Parliament by Paul Wallach. Major reconstruction happened, and the glass dome was completed in 1999. It is now the second most visited place in Germany.
Although Berlin's wars have been over for many years, there are still lots of constructions going on, and it is an interesting mix of old and new buildings. The Brandenburg Gate was built in the late 1700s as a symbol of peace. In 1961, when the Berlin Wall was built, the gate was closed off as a part of the Berlin Wall. Finally, when the wall fell in 1989, the gate symbolized freedom and unity of the city. Tiergarten is very interesting because in the middle of a giant city is a huge garden full of nature and wildlife. The Berlin Wall separated East and West Germany. The Soviet-controlled East Side built it in 1961 to keep people from going to the West Side, which was controlled by the US, UK, and France. Ultimately, the wall was destroyed in 1989 by the people of East Berlin. In 1990, the country Germany was reunited. Though passing through the sides wasn't common, there were some places like Checkpoint Charlie that allowed this. Checkpoint Charlie was controlled by the US. Westerners decorated their side of the wall with graffiti, while the east side remained bare. Bruges is a small city in Belgium known for chocolate and beer. Some popular foods are waffles and fries. It has many miles of canals throughout the city and is known as the Venice of the North. The symbol of Bruges is a lion's head. Most people get around town by walking on the many cobblestone streets. Bruges is also one of the most medieval cities in the world. Although the weather isn't always the best, it's still a tradition to go visit the seaside on holidays. The London Eye is a giant Ferris wheel on the south bank of River Thames in London, also known as the Millennium Wheel. If provides an awesome view of the city and its landmarks such as Big Ben. We visited Warner Brothers Studios, the Harry Potter. We saw where it was filmed, we saw all the sets and the costumes of each character. We even got to try some butterbeer.
Notre Dame Cathedral is located in Paris, France, on the Ile de la Cité, the very heart of the city. It is one of the largest religious buildings in the world. Notre Dame is still a functioning Catholic church and the site of many important religious and ceremonial events. It's also one of the most popular attractions in France, with 13 million visitors each year. The cathedral was built between 1163 and 1345. During its construction, many different architectures and designers introduced new elements, including the cathedral's innovative flying buttresses. Originally a palace, the Louvre is an art museum we passed but did not visit the inside, but even the outside is worth seeing. It was created in the 16th century. This art museum is famous and houses the Mona Lisa. Napoleon was the man who created the Arc de Triomphe. Sadly, he died in 1821 and never got to see the finished product in 1836. The Arc de Triomphe took 30 years to make. You can climb up it and see facts, and you can visit the top to get a great view. The Tuileries Garden is a garden near the Louvre filled with many statues. The gardens were created in the 17th century by a royal landscaper and gardener, Louis. He combined the traditional Italian garden style with the French sculptures made from trees and bushes. The Eiffel Tower was created for the World's Fair in 1889. The Eiffel Tower got its name from Gustave Eiffel, whose company was in charge of creating this piece. 50 tons of paint are added to the tower every 7 years to protect it from rust. Very many people climb up the Eiffel Tower. We arrived 20 minutes before it opened and still waited an hour and a half. When the Eiffel Tower was built, not everyone liked the Eiffel Tower. They would insult its bold design. The Eiffel Tower is 320 meters, 1,050 feet in height. It was the tallest man-made structure in the world for 41 years, then got beaten by the Chrysler Building in New York. The Sacred Heart Basilica of Montmartre or Sacre-Cœur is a major landmark in Paris. The hill has been a sacred site since pagan time and today is known for its large gathering of artists. Musée d'Orsay is an art museum in Paris. The building used to be a train station. The museum has work from Degas, Monet, Renoir, Monet, Van Gogh, Cézanne, Rodin, and many more. Parc de Luxembourg is the most popular park in Paris. It includes several famous fountains and a pond called the Grand Basin where we rented boats and pushed them around the pond.